Don Hendricks, who is the country manager for TomTom in South Africa, is joining me in studio. We're going to take a look at the congestion index. Thank you for joining me.
Pleasure.
Well, the congestion index actually says something very interesting, and it's that Cape Town is the most congested city in South Africa. Why is this?
There was a few findings in the congestion index. I think one of them was that Cape Town is now the most congested city. There's a few reasons. I'll dive into that. I think another finding as well was that the highways are less congested than the secondary roads. So when people often think they take a shortcut on the non-highways, it turns out to be a long cut, as we say.
Yeah.
So that was actually interesting as well. And that is also at the same time explaining a bit why the congestion level in Cape Town is higher than in Johannesburg. The reason why is that the highways are more congested and the non-highways are also more congested. So overall, you have more traffic congestion on all the different roads.
Now, what factors play into congestion? We know there's more people on the highways, more people on the non-highways. What else do you look at?
So what we do is, the way we work, we have millions of TomTom users out there, and what we do is we capture anonymous travel time information, and that is how we have built the world's largest database of historical travel time information. So we know exactly how long it takes people to travel from Cape Town Center to, you know, maybe Camps Bay. We know how long it takes them on a Monday morning, a Monday afternoon, and we compare all these travel times, you know, with between a congested period and a non-congested period. So the contributing factors for the reason why people are traveling slower, that could be a whole lot of stuff. That could be the weather. We see that Cape Town is affected by the weather a whole lot as well. But also one of the problems for Cape Town is it's based at the seaside. So the one side it's bordered by the seaside. So where other cities are accessible in a 360 degrees area, Cape Town is only accessible from one side. So that also helps, or you know, adds to the congestion level being higher than other cities.
Now, is it going to get more congested? Like, where do we go from here? What are the trends that you're seeing?
The global trend is that we see congestion level increasing everywhere, both on highways and non-highways, in every single city. What we do see is when the economy goes well and people are buying more cars, we see that more cars end up at the road as well. Everybody wants to go to the city centers and the congested areas. And what we think is that what we need to do and try to do is have dynamic travel information. We have that traffic information. We put that in our GPS devices. And what we will try to do is to make sure that when people are driving on the road, is we look where's the congested areas. We try to take out people, you know, out of the congested areas, move them over to the non-congested areas. And by using the full road network more intelligently and spreading our traffic wisely, we think that might be a way to solve or to bring down congestion overall for everybody.
Now, is there anything that drivers can do to reduce the congestion, or government or municipalities?
I think what drivers can do, if you make use of dynamic traffic information in a GPS device, I mean, that will help you personally. I think for governments, what we do is having to be able to tackle congestion or to work on, you know, congestion, you first need to know exactly where are the congested area, and that is exactly what the report is doing. We can highlight, you know, where we have congested areas, and only when you know where you have the congested areas, you can start looking at alternatives. In Europe, we have redesigned, you know, the mobility plans of cities together with governments and traffic authorities, because what we do, we look at the situation, we look at, you know, the road network, where there's still some capacity available, and how can we divert traffic from the congested areas to the non-congested areas. So that's where we can assist with governments and traffic authorities as well.
Okay, well, you noticed there were some other you didn't notice. You said earlier that there were some other key findings in the report, other than Cape Town being the most congested city in South Africa. Can you outline a few of those for us? Yeah,
so the congestion level on the non-highways being higher than the congestion level on the highways, that was actually funny. What we've done in this report, we've looked at the full 2013 year, and we compared it with 2012, so it's a full year comparison. So we take out the excesses, and we took much more alternative roads into account. And thanks to that, we have seen that actually the congestion level is quite high over there as well. When we look at morning peak traffic and evening peak traffic, the overall congestion level in South Africa is 21%. It means whenever you travel in South Africa, you need to add 21% to your travel time.
Now, how does this compare to other major cities in the world?
Well, the highest one is Moscow. The congestion level is 74%. That means that whenever you travel, you need to add 74% to your travel time. Now, funny enough, when we look at Cape Town, the morning peak congestion level is 71%. So that means if you travel in the morning, you need to add 71% to your travel time.
Now, when you calculate morning times, when does that start and end?
The morning time, so we take the peak hour, and the peak hour is the busiest hour in the morning between 6 and 10 o'clock. Okay. And that can, that can vary per city. So for Johannesburg and Cape Town, that can be different.
So at the moment, people in Cape Town need to add 71%.
In the morning.
In the morning. And what about the afternoon?
In the afternoon, we will look at the evening peak, it is 58%. The overall congestion level is 27%, where the average for South Africa is 21%. So whenever you travel in Cape Town, you need to add 27% to your travel time. If you travel in the evening, it's 58%. If you travel in the morning, it's 71%.